What's up, guys? Welcome back, or welcome to America Sports, the 2024 edition. 2024 is going to be an excellent year for hoops if 2023 was any indicator at all. In this video, we're going to be handing out awards to the best players and the best teams of 2023 in the NBA. I've got some of the normal awards like DPOY and MVP, then along with some fun ones like the NBA League Pass team, so let's get right on into it. The surprise team of 2023 and of the entire season so far, I think unanimously, is the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're 30 games in and they are the 1 seed in a tough Western Conference. They use their size and their length to disrupt other teams on defense, and they get very good looks on offense. This all kind of starts with Mike Conley. They may not get out and score as much as other teams in the league, but Conley just does not turn the ball over very much, and he always seems to make the right plays. Mix in this with their defense, and that makes for a very good home record. 14-1 at home. You can see Conley to Gobert more than you may have thought at the beginning of the year. And Conley is giving Gobert easy looks right at the rim. By the time 2023 ended, they were 14-1 at home, with the second best point differential in the West, second only to OKC. The improvement of Anthony Edwards is evident year in and year out, and this year there's no denying that this is his team, but something that's underrated here, doesn't get talked about a lot, is Karl Anthony Towns' willingness to not be the number one scoring option. Ever since he's been with Minnesota, he has been the guy. Towns is still finding ways to be the number 2, though. He is very efficient. And then, believe it or not, Naz Reid is their 4th leading scorer. So their number 2, 3, and 4 top scorers are big men. In an NBA world where small ball was becoming a thing, the Timberwolves said, okay, we see you going small, we'll just go even bigger, and it's working out for them. Yeah, there were a few other teams that you could have mentioned for the most surprising team, but I don't think anyone fits better than Minnesota. There are teams like the Pacers, the Thunder, probably second most surprising, the Orlando Magic. This team is for real. Now, I don't know if they're going to get the 1 seed because Denver is going to be surging along, OKC is hot, and the Clippers are red hot. But typically teams who stay winning at home stay a very high seed, and that's all that we've seen from Minnesota so far. Oh, this one is controversial, but only for 2 players. Rookie of 2023 is none other than Chet Holmgren. Yes, Wemby has more stats than Chet in the main points, assists, and rebounds categories. Also an astounding 4.4 stocks. That's incredible. But Chet's just so much more efficient on a winning team as well, and that's not all Wemby's fault, but Wemby does play a part in this, as Wemby shoots more, misses more, and turns the ball over more. Some say that this is not exactly fair to Wemby since Chet Holmgren was technically drafted last year, and to an extent I agree, but remember that Holmgren was hurt the entire year, so he's coming off of injury, while Wemby got to play and get experience in a professional league last year. This could go either way, and obviously this could change by the end of the year, but I don't think it will because the Thunder are up here and the Spurs are like way down here. Also keep in mind that Wemby gets to pretty much play how he wants to play as the number 1 option, while Chet is in a system as the number 2, sometimes the number 3 option to Jalen Williams. I've seen that both of them play a lot of games. I am a Thunder fan. There's not a Thunder game that I have missed, to be honest with you. And I just like Chet Holmgren more than Wemby for Rookie of the Year right now. Moving on to the NBA League Pass team of 2023, and that is the LA Clippers. Even before they got Harden, they were fun to watch, but now that they do have Harden, this is magnificent to see. There's 4 potential Hall of Fame players playing in LA. If you're a Clippers fan, this is a dream come true, even if they are past their primes a little bit. I know in the NBA we don't look at the divisions very much, but they're in the division with Sacramento, Phoenix, the Lakers, and Golden State, and they are leagues ahead of all of them in my opinion, even over a team like Sacramento. Check this out. In December, they lost to the Thunder and the Celtics. That's it. Both of those teams, by the way, are in my top 5. That you may have noticed right here. I hope you can read it. So after starting 3-7, they are now 20-12. As of this video, they have played 1 game in 2024, and they've got less than 25 national televised games, which just screams NBA League Pass Team of the Year to me. Right now it's time for Defensive Player of the Year thus far. This was really hard. For me, this comes down to 3 players. Anthony Davis, Victor Wembanyama, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with any of the 3 that you choose. All 3 make a great argument. But I'm going with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Not only am I a Thunder homer, just kidding, but he leads the league in steals by a wide margin. There's no one else in the league who gets over 2 steals but him. But he's also the second best shot blocking point guard. Only Derek White blocks more shots than him. Oh, by the way, Shai also gets 31 points per game. And what that has to do with defense is that type of offense takes a lot out of you. And really, one thing that we really don't keep track of is defensive clutchness. Like this block on Steph Curry that would seal the win, or a steal on Donovan Mitchell that would seal a win. How about this intercepted pass that Luka makes by Shai for the win? 3.2 stocks per game for a point guard is fucking hard to do. Now, that's not all I went by, though. The Thunder do have the most wins of the 3 teams that the 3 players play on, and Shai has almost doubled the defensive blocks plus minus of Anthony Davis and more than Victor as well. He's also the highest in PIE, which is player impact, which is overall, that's not just a defensive thing, but I think this is right. Like I said earlier, you could go wrong either way, but Shai is my guy for DPOY. I think this also comes down to 3 guys. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander also belonging in the MVP conversation, but he is not my MVP. It comes down to Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid once again. But I go with Embiid for MVP right now. If the season ended today, he'd be a back-to-back MVP for me. You can look up all the numbers and stats that you want to, but all roads lead right back to Embiid. That was kind of catchy. Of our MVP candidates, he has the highest PIE, which if you ask me, PIE is almost what the MVP is. That's the player impact estimate. I've talked about it a few times before on the channel. Of all guys that qualify, Joel Embiid is number 1, Jokic is number 2, Shai is 3, Luka 4, and Giannis at 5. Embiid is a big man who gets about 35 points per game, almost 12 rebounds per game, but what goes underrated is his over 6 assists per game. That's something he's definitely been bringing up over the past couple of seasons. But he's also getting 2 blocks and 1.2 steals. There's really nothing that he can't or doesn't do. If you play aggressive on him, he takes you to the free throw line. If you play too light on him, he just scores on you with the jumper by the free throw line all day long. And I think that if this keeps up, he will be the MVP again this year. But the questions are going to be, can Embiid take the team past the second round and into the NBA Finals at some point? I think this is his best team with Philly probably ever. So this would be a great year to prove himself, and Philly in general to prove themselves. So that will really be the only knock on Embiid in his NBA career, is if he doesn't win a title. Now, I don't knock him too bad personally, but you know that the talking heads on TV will. Anyways, guys, that's my list for 2023. What do you think about the awards? Who would you award? And tell me why in the comments below. Let's spark a conversation. I love to talk basketball. I'll do it all day if you let me. So that's why I have a fucking sports channel. But until next time, guys, you'll catch me in the next one. I'm going to do it for this video. There's plenty more NBA stuff coming out here soon. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about these topics. And make sure that you're subscribed for more of America's Sports.